I had to grow in this situation, because let's be for real, there's going to be people out there that you won't like. There just will be, or they just don't like you. And there's no reason why they don't like you. It's just they don't like you. Hey guys, so in the last video, I basically talked about how I had an encounter with a coworker and it wasn't a very good one. And I had to basically learn to deal with them. Let's get right to it. She's always been like this. Everybody knows it. It was bad for her to do that. Did anyone go to bat for me and say that she shouldn't have done that? Nope. Was it reported to my supervisor that it happened? Yep. Did she do anything about it? Nope. Because guess what? I had to still work with her going forward. So that is also a little tidbit for supervisors. If your employee says they're having a bad encounter with another employee, and you know that this is a situation, even if you can't intervene, at least be a support system for your employee, because then they know that at least they're being invested in and there's someone that cares for them, who is their supervisor or manager. But if you're just leaving for them to fend for themselves, yeah, you destroy that trust. It is, and it's not coming back. I mean, it could over a period of time, but yeah, they ain't going to believe any word you say out of your mouth, because you basically left them out to the wolves. I digress. So that situation happened for me, and going forward, I really had to put on a fake face every time I interacted with this lady. And I basically, hi, how are you? I basically stayed respectful and honorable for her position. I was not mean or nasty to her in any way that I could muster up in that moment. Like that was a lot, but I made sure my reputation was not tainted to reflect her reputation. I didn't want that reputation, never, ever. The other thing is that I made sure to follow any protocol or procedures with her, and made sure she was reminded of what protocols and procedures were needed for me to do what I needed to do. So if there was anything she wanted to do outside of that, it's like, I'm sorry, that's not within the scope or the parameters of our previous engagement. As such, I can't honor that agreement, or I can't do XYZ. I also made sure to have paper trails, emails, okay. Don't be like other people where you send an email to someone you don't like and you blind copy like your boss or their boss or something like that, and they have no context of the situation, and they're just like, why am I on this email? And it goes sideways super fast, or they just ignore it because they don't know what's going on. Don't do that. But I basically kept things on a paper trail, so if anything were to come up, here's all the emails that I've sent to her. Here's all the text messages or conversations that I've had with her. Here's everything on paper. So it's never a miscommunication on my end of what my role was going forward. And yeah, she still had her moments of being yeah, but I didn't let it stop me. I didn't let it prevent me from being who I am, or change me, for that matter, to be someone I'm not. Dealing with someone and you cannot stand them. They are, they pull on so many different strings and in you internally, and you just want your other half to come out and be someone that you're not anymore. I encourage you, take a step back, take a break, a rest, go somewhere and breathe, decompress. If you have a safe place you can connect with someone, like they're not going to murmur and complain or spread rumors about you, a counselor, whatever that is, go there, get it all out so that it's not feeding you in the future. It may take a while, but have that time of recuperation and rest. And then anytime you have to interact with this person, have it be very professional, be respectful, but have a paper trail. Or have a witness next to you. Even if it's another coworker, they probably have no idea what's going on. They may just be in the room. You could just say, hey, Sheila, can you come over here? And Sheila's the one you can't stand. And you just have a conversation with Sheila, even though Becky has no idea what's going on. Becky's an eyewitness. You have your conversation with Sheila. Okay, cool. You go back to Becky and it's like, you protect yourself, but also make sure your reputation is one of, look, I am being honorable and respectful of this person, because clearly her leadership does not mind what she's doing behind the scenes. And just be as professional as possible with this individual And don't, do anything knee-jerk reaction wise, like, I'm going to quit now because I can't work with this person. No, because guess what? You're going to have people that you don't like for the rest of your life on this earth, who don't like you either for whatever reason under the sun. And you're going to have to work with them. You don't have to be best friends, but you still got to get the job done. In order to get the job done, you keep it professional. You have things documented. You have clear directives or deliverables that need to be done. You have everything in writing. You make sure your supervisor or your manager is in the loop that you may have confrontations with this person, but you're trying your best to work with them. And that's all you need to say. You don't need to go into details because then it might get twisted. But the situation you're in, escalate it as you need to. I always like if I'm having a confrontation with someone, I do like to approach them. I don't think I ever approached this person. I think because I heard her reputation and I saw her character, she won't hear me. She will, no, she's just in her own world. But if it's someone I know I can converse with, I'll pull them aside and just say, hey, I didn't like how this went down. Can we have a conversation about it? What happened? Because 9 times out of 10, it might be a miscommunication, or it could be they were having a bad day and whatever situations they're going on with personally, it's coming out. And they didn't intend to come off that sharp or that rude. And, you can hash it out that way. When you can't hash it out between you and the other person, then it's time to bring in a third party. It could be your HR, it could be your manager, innocent by party standard, whoever, who can help defuse the situation. And then, if you can't handle it this way, then you maybe needs to go higher than that, depending on the situation. But use wisdom, guys. Not everything needs to go to court. It really doesn't. But you also need to honor and respect yourself and respect others. And that's a hard thing to do when people are just straight up mean, because there really are mean people out there. So I just want to take. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and check out my next video where I'm going to talk about communication, because sometimes people think they're communicating, but they're really not. And it's causing a lot of conflict and or confusion. So check out that video.